Well, hello and welcome. My name is Lene. Probably already know that because you're following me or you're listening to me. But welcome to day 24, apparently, is what I said. Day of 24 of our 30 days of this transformational awareness journey that we've been on. I can't believe 30 days and we're at day 24. So we're coming up on the chug here of the end here. Let me just make sure I'm up and live. I have a little bit of let's see, a mess happening behind me right now. I'm streaming to you, obviously from StreamYard onto the page, but that's my computer. That's my new computer, and it's not working yet. And there's a lot of reasons why it's not. So you're catching me over here. But my topic to talk about in the call right now for energetics, mastering your own energetics, energetic mastery, understanding more about yourself. And I wrote down, obviously, day 24. One of the hardest things is showing up when nothing is showing up yet. I should have said one of the hardest things is showing up when you have dyslexia the way that I do, or that when you do, if you have a disability of that sense and you're like day 24 and all of my typos all the time. But you know what? I have a philosophy that I learned: do it wrong, do it bad, do it badly, do it anyway. And that has taken me through very successfully for the last 4 years of growing Growth Junkie coaching business. Was do it wrong, do it badly, do it anyway. Because if I stopped myself for all the places that I wasn't doing things right or perfect, and not even perfect in the sense of like perfectionism, but like just like perfect, like posting day 24, and looking at it 3 times before I posted it and then not seeing that, I wouldn't be here today. So happy holidays. Christmas is over. We're on to the day 26. And one of the hardest things is showing up when nothing is showing up yet. Now, that means a few things for me when I posted that today. I was like, what topic? What's going on in my world right now? What can I share? And the computer's one of them. It's like, you go to plug in something and to start it, and you're like, woo, I'm so excited, something new. And it's not showing up. And so that means there's work required besides just plugging it in and troubleshooting. And then last night, like going, okay, we hit our limit of what was going on, and to like then learn to go, okay, we're done, and then start over again today. So, and then the other thing I refer to it is in business and in life and recovery. I was at a meeting this morning, and if you don't know me, I am a woman in recovery, and I still go to 12-step meetings after 32 years. I have a home group meeting. But today we celebrated two women who had both had 1 year each, and then my girlfriend who had 35 years. And the 1 year birthdays took 365 days of frickin' showing up with just the feelings and the thoughts and the emotions, and just like showing up. I mean, that's how it feels when you start something new, especially when you're getting clean and sober, recovery, or you're on a diet. It's just like, every day, suiting up, showing up. And that's where it comes. It's one day at a time. And then it comes to like 1 minute at a time. And then my dear girlfriend who had 35 years and I have 32 years. What that is just a heck of a lot of just showing up, just showing up, even though nothing else is showing up. And so, but at the end of something does show up. So there we are celebrating 1 years. And there's absolutely no promise that they'll have 36 days tomorrow. They just have to 366 days. What is it? 365. And 1 year and 1 day tomorrow, unless they show up for themselves. I mean, it is the ultimate energetic mastery. It's the ultimate of mastering who you be and what takes you out and what keeps you in the game. And and then to continue to show up, when it almost seems like it's like, do I have to keep doing this? And no, you don't have to keep doing anything. Everything is just a choice. And so just keep choosing, but you keep choosing because it just keeps getting better. So that's kind of like, and then, I've been showing up for 24 days. I have no expectations and projections of things when I do things. I show up for things because it creates something in my life. But, I'm directly speaking to anybody who's listening to this, who's self-employed, and having had the opportunity to help hundreds and hundreds of women, especially with 20 years in Mary Kay Cosmetics as a top sales director. If you don't know my story, is that almost everybody gives up. Everybody gives up. And that's okay. That's okay. There's something that happens to a person after they give up. And that's the part where that's the part that needs to be worked on. If you're in a place in your life where you'd like to have some more growth, you want some change, whatever it is that you're living and doing and having, and it's like it's not working anymore, you want something more, you freaking have to be willing to show up. And I do know that is one of the hardest things. And then to learn how to show up and not judge yourself. And I know that's another thing. And then to show up for yourself and continue and learn how to receive, and then show up and learn how to ask and receive. I mean, yeah, that's one of the topics I think I'll start on maybe in the next couple of days. And we will be doing in the Mastery Energetics, Mastery Energy, Master Your Own Energy. It's got like a couple names right now, of like, I'm still really learning how to ask and receive. I've got it down a lot better. I should say got it down, but I have the tools now. I have the skills. I have practice of what I can do to actually let that ask and receive energetic thing that happens, and actually know how to, I've upskilled. I've got more skills on how to do that. So I'm going to be teaching more of that because it isn't something we've learned. But one of the hardest things is showing up when nothing is showing up yet. And so there's, again, so many topics I could go with that particular thing. And then for this, I show up here because it creates something for me. And maybe I touch. So maybe I touch. That was another subject I was thinking about the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before, was here we go into a new year, which literally is just another day, but collectively on a calendar, it's everybody deciding it's a brand new do-over day. Okay. So, or a new do-over month, and then that turns into another month. So we get 12 new months when actually they just keep rolling. But it does create that new, like, okay, I'm going to start here. I'm going to start fresh. Was in your life or your business, because I work with both. I work with business women. I work with very successful business women. I work with women who are starting to build businesses, and I work with women who don't have businesses, who are energetically just choosing to change their lives. So one of the hardest things is showing up when nothing is showing up. And also, if you have, this is what I was thinking about the other day, is that if you have this burning inside of you desire, passion, purpose, I don't know what you want to call it, but I can share it for me, is that the reason I do this, and the reason that I have a business that then creates income for me to live off of, okay, that's how this whole cycle works for me. But the reason is because I have chosen in this lifetime in this reality to continue to work on myself, to continue to seek, to continue to learn, to continue to school myself, to continue and because of that, because I chose to do that, I desire to pass on all of the skills and education and the things that I have learned that I didn't have, that I wished I would have had, which would have made my life, my living, my business, and my money so much different. So my call out to you is, are you in your life right now? You're like, you have a message. And it's so funny because I'm preaching something that I'm preaching to myself right now, is that if you have a message and something that you want to give to others, whether it be freely, which is this is freely, and you're also then asking for business in return. That's just sales, I mean, that's sales. And all the points of view that go in that, like, can you have a passion? Can you share what it is that you know? Can you teach what it is you know? And then can you receive back from that? So there's so many topics in the things that I throw out in these very quick conversations. But if you have that part of you like I do, it's like, I want to continue to coach, to facilitate, to teach on all the things that I have learned, not in 58 years of my life, but, well, of course, the whole thing, but really in these hardcore, fabulous 32 years of really turning over and showing up and showing up and showing up and showing up. And here I am showing up for 24 days straight. And what is it that you have that you want to give that you haven't been willing to show up for yet? Where have you not been willing to show up for you? Where have you not been willing to show up for you so that you can't show up for others? And what would it take to be willing to show up for you? What would it take to be willing to show up for you so that you could show up for others? What would it take for you to do what is hard, is to continue to show up even when nothing is showing up? I do have a request that I have 50 women in Master Your Own Energy. That is the space from what I have created, the possibility of all the contacts I have, is I desire to have 50 women that I can share and teach and guide and empower. And those are words I did not used to use freely. I was just like, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. You know what I mean? But now it's like that deep, like, I got this, I've got it, I got to give it. And do it around having a business. So I know that lights up a lot of people in business, women in business, whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling your services, that, can you have it all? Can you have it all? And what if you keep showing up and showing up and showing up and nothing else is showing up yet? Are you willing to keep showing up until it freaking explodes? And I'm here to tell you, it always explodes. It always explodes into something greater. It always expands. And it may not be what you think it's going to be. That's the fun part. It's like you have a projection. I have space that I've created and the structure within my business right now to be able to bring in 50 women, okay, to be able to coach and so forth in this program. I have the space. Am I attached to that number? No, because if I was attached to that number, then I would be attached to the number. And that only sets up for an expectation and projection, which I've talked a lot about. So what is it that you have a passion, a desire to share, to give out as a service, as a product that you're not willing to show up for? And it takes work. It just takes work. And are you willing to show up for the hard work so that when it explodes, you're there? You're there. So, alrighty, that was my very long conversation today. Went all over the place. So one of the hardest things is showing up when nothing is showing up yet. So, alrighty, I will see you tomorrow, day 25. I can't believe it. 5 more days. And then we're going to go into really like the skills of ask and receive. Okay, please leave your comments. Talk to you soon. Bye.